Hello. Okay, let's sign this train up. How you doing? It's the A train that was released a while ago. Are you a member of OBND? OpenBVE News and Development. Yeah, I can send you a link. It's in OpenBVEconnect.com. I'll put a link after the stream. I don't think it'll allow me to put links in the stream itself. Although this is my stream, so maybe. Let's see. That should do it. Okay, let's sign this train up. So how is everybody today? Yeah, I'll work on that. That happens. If it's like normal speed, it goes pretty well. But if like you start slow, it does do that. I have to. I'm trying to figure out a way of getting around that. The problem is this: when you record the sound, you're recording it from the external view, so you only have the sound as far as the train length. Really need to be riding in between the cars to get the sound, proper sound to do this. And since you can't ride in between an R179 or 160, that's very difficult to do. And of course, I'm not in New York anyway. I'm down Florida now. Well, actually, that's where I live now. I lived in New York up to the 80s.
190th Street. This is a Brooklyn-bound A express train. The next stop is 181st Street.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
Okay. Vanderella has a pretty good my track sound on his 179 that he's been demoing.
This is 181st Street.
And also Beat Production, I've got full I think it's
Ladies and gentlemen, we are being held momentarily by the train's dispatcher. Thank you for your patience.
okay. Why don't you open the rear section here?
Brooklyn-bound A express train. The next stop is 175th Street.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
175th Street. This is a Brooklyn-bound A express train. The next stop is 168th Street.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
I essentially made them that way to make them a little brighter. The old signs that originally there, they seem pretty dark to me. Didn't seem like from the videos I've seen, didn't seem realistic, so I just brightened them up a little bit. Especially in the tunnels. In real life, do they look orange? Yeah. Well, see, that's the thing. In OpenBVE, orange looks really dull and dark.
This is 168th Street. Transfer is available to the 1 and C trains. This is a Brooklyn-bound A express train. The next stop is 145th Street.
Stand clear of the closing doors,
Maybe I'll
please.
tweak the color a little bit to make it a little more orange, but try and still keep it a little bright.
Ladies and gentlemen, backpacks and other large containers are subject to random search by the police.
That particular one that's in the route, there's a bunch of them along the way. Usually in the express areas, but sometimes between. It's pretty easy to do. You just add at a point in the route where you want to play it, an announce instruction.
145th Street. Transfer is available to the B and D trains. This is a Brooklyn-bound A express train. The next stop is 125th Street.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
They took it down, I wasn't aware.
Ladies and gentlemen, be careful with your personal belongings. Be aware of pickpockets. Don't carry your wallet.
I think you can still get it on OpenBVEconnect.com in the Legacy download section. And you can use FanRail's sound and physics mods to get the sound back.
Route 125th Street. Transfer is available to the B, C, and D trains. Transfer is available to the M60 bus to LaGuardia Airport. This is a Brooklyn-bound A express train. The next stop is 59th Street, Columbus Circle.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
I find it a little interesting that with everything being modernized and everything being put on displays and everything, Bombardier went back to the analog brake gauge for the R179. The R160s don't have that. R160 is Kawasaki and Alstom. I think the R160A is Alstom and the R160B is Kawasaki. Or vice versa, if I remember correctly. Kawasaki is the Siemens propulsion. Alstom is Alstom propulsion. And the R143 is Bombardier, and the R179 is Bombardier. No, I'm talking about the R179. The R179 has the analog brake gauge, but the R160, both Siemens and both Kawasaki and Alstom, only has I assume is in the display because there's no brake gauge on those. I was just saying, it's interesting that when everything's being modernized and digitized, being placed on display, Bombardier, when they made the R179, chose to use analog brake gauges. I don't know in real life if there is. I haven't been, there's very few pictures of a real R179. If it is, it's probably right above the brake gauge. There's very few real pictures of an R179 cab. My guess it probably is. It's probably right above the brake gauge. I'll see if I can find it, and if there is, I'll put one in. Which in this case will be 3010, and the 8-car one will be 3050. I have two sets of these, 10-car and 8-car. The 8-car goes from 3050 to 3057, and the 10-car one is the original 3010 to 3019. Some of these speed limits are wrong. I think the speed limit should be 25 at this point. I mean, that's what it always was prior to this. I don't know if I've asked a couple of people, and most say it's still 25 here. Sets, so usually aren't separated. There might be a case where you have two different sets, like maybe 3010 to 3014, and then something like 3020 to 3024, or something like that. But I don't think you'll see a case in most cases with the NTT cars where you'll have like 3010 and then 3020 and 30 I don't think it goes that way. That was true with the SME trains, but these are attached sets.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
And even the SME trains, when there was a pair, the pairs were usually paired. You had different pairs, but each pair was usually sequential.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is an important message from the New York City Police Department. Keep your belongings in sight at all times. Protect yourself. If you see a suspicious package or activity on the platform or train, do not keep it to yourself. Tell a police officer or an MTA employee. Remain alert and have a safe day.
Correct.
This is 42nd Street, Port Authority bus terminal. Transfer is available to the 1, 2, 3, 7, C, E, M, Q, R, and shuttle to Grand Central Station. Connection is available to the Port Authority bus terminal.
How are you, R179J train?
The next stop is 34th Street, Penn Station.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
A number of the NCT instructions are like that, mostly on the B line.
Ladies and gentlemen, for your safety, please do not block or hold the car doors while the train is in the station, and please do not lean against the doors.
This is 34th Street, Penn Station. Connection is available to the Long Island Railroad, New Jersey Transit, and Amtrak.
I think they try to mix it up sometimes to make people pay attention or something. But I find it interesting, like there's no real rhyme or reason when they use one voice versus two voices.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
Oh yeah, you can get a lot of routes over on BVE Station or OpenBVE Connect. They have a number of routes available. Plus, if you're interested in London transit, if you look up OpenBVE London Underground, there's a site there that has almost all the London Underground routes and the trains that go with it. They're pretty good also. Why are they hard to put into the thing? Basically, everything goes into the railway folder. You have an object, route, and sound folder. All the objects go into the object folder, keeping their file structures. Like Lexington, you'll have a Lexington section and so forth. Or in this case, 8th Avenue. The routes will go into the route folder, whether it be in a separate folder itself or as a file itself.
This is a Brooklyn-bound A express train. The next stop is West 4th Street.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
Is there any lag on my stream right now? Most likely it is lag. What I usually do is I usually set my streaming software and OpenBVE to system priority to high. And then it doesn't, then I haven't seen any problem with lag with that. So maybe you should try that. In Open Broadcast, OBS, there's an option in the advanced settings to set priority to high, so you don't have to constantly do it. But OpenBVE, you have to go into Task Manager and change the priority to high for it not to lag.
West 4th Street. Transfer is available to the...
I don't know, maybe Windows 10, Windows 8 gives you the ability to set priority and the properties of the exact execution file. I don't know, I don't have those, so but normally you go into the Task Manager while it's running.
This is a
Go into right click on the process, and then you'll see set priority, and then you change it to high.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
Be careful, do not set for real time. If you set for real time, it could lock up your system. Because pretty much it will be eaten all the time up. And nothing else in your system will be able to get in. I wish there was a way to set the priority of the application in the exec properties itself, so it does it automatically, so you don't have to constantly do it. OBS Studio accommodates that. They've got it right into the program, it will change it.
For a complete list of rules in the subway, visit www.mta.info. Thank you.
Street. Transfer is available to the C and E trains. This is a Brooklyn-bound A express train. The next stop is Chambers Street.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
When we get out in the open around 80th Street or so, or maybe over the causeway, I'll do some external views. Oh, maybe I'll do one right here at the station.
Chambers Street. Transfer is available to 2, 3, and C trains. Connection is available to F. This is a Brooklyn-bound A express train. The next stop.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
Okay, looks. Got to turn the lights on. See, those signs, they look, to me they don't look completely yellow. There is an orange tint to them. They're just a little brighter than the ones that were there. Because like I say, all I did was brighten up the signs. I didn't change the color or anything. I just used the brightness command. Oh, what happened? Ah! That's weird. I lost my rear car. Oh yeah, I could probably do that. You know, when it is on the rear, the way it would look is this. Ah, come on. But I see what you mean. There's a little red tint there. I can change that color. Okay, here we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, soliciting money in the subway is illegal. We ask you not to give. Please help us to maintain an orderly subway.
I don't know why I'm missing that last car. I don't remember making any changes. I'll have to check that after the stream. It's probably something simple to fix. It's probably something that got changed in the extensions file.
This is Fulton Street.
That I didn't realize.
Transfer is available to the 2, 3, 4, 5, C, J, and Z trains.
Oh, I think I know what it was. I think I might have accidentally copied the 8-car train.dat in file. I was playing around with the sounds and I was moving things around to try and eliminate that.
The next stop is High Street.
Repeating of the sound.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
And I might have accidentally copied in the 8-car motor car instead of the 10-car motor car. I'm sure it's an easy fix.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is an important message from the New York City Police Department. Keep your belongings in sight at all times. Protect yourself. If you see a suspicious package or activity on the platform or train, do not keep it to yourself. Tell a police officer or an MTA employee. Remain alert and have a safe day. Ladies and gentlemen, backpacks and other large containers are subject to random search by the police.
High Street. Transfer is available to the C train. This is a Queens-bound A express train. The next stop is J Street.
Yeah, I think they were released with the
clear of the closing doors, please.
There was a version of this released with the route NTT. I think I added a few. Some announcement didn't have the announcement coming into the station. Some of those I added. Usually the ones that didn't have a transfer point. But most of the other announcements are from the release. I don't think it's from the main release. I think there was a version released on OpenBVE, OBEND group. And the old A route also had NTT announcements, which are available to use if you have that old version.
F and R trains.
You just have to go into the. If you still have the that version and the sound files that go with them, all you have to do is go into the .sta file where the departure announcements are and place them in there.
This is a Queens-bound A express
pointing to that folder.
The next stop is
And it announced ones.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
And announce ones for the arrival announcements. And I think those announcements also included the public service announcements along the way too.
Transfer is available to the C and G trains. This is a Queens-bound A express train. The next stop is Nostrand Avenue.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
Most of them do, I believe, on this route. This is a pretty detailed route.
Ladies and gentlemen, if your destination is Lefferts Boulevard, you must transfer from this train to a Lefferts Boulevard bound A train. This is a Rockaway bound A train. The last transfer point for a Lefferts Boulevard bound A train is Rockaway Boulevard.
Some routes don't have the mid-station marks, but this one is pretty detailed. I believe it has them on all of them. Yeah, you'll hear it again after in between the stop before Rockaway Park. I don't know if they do that anymore. That was in the sounds of the original 8 train that was downloaded, and I believe it was there then. I'm not sure if it's there now, if they still do it. I think for the most part, you don't really see it because R160s don't run on the A train right now. I believe they did that with the SME train, so I think they just transferred that over to the R160s, though the R160s generally do not run on the A train. The R179s will.
This is Nostrand Avenue. Transfer
Now let's see if it has a center mark. Yeah, that's a center mark right there.
To the Long
There
Island
it is.
Railroad.
We just passed it.
This is a Queens-bound A express train. The next stop is Utica Avenue.
Stand clear of the closing
One thing that
doors,
would be
please.
great to add on these is the timetable clocks, like is on the 4 and the 5 now. That would be great on this route, and the D route also. Most routes. I don't know if all routes have that yet, but I think most routes do. I believe that was is the main reason. It does. I think they ran to Lefferts, but they couldn't go too far Rockaway. But generally, they didn't run R160s at all. kind of a real weird timer setup.
This is Utica Avenue. Transfer is available to the C train.
I don't know if that's prototypical or not at that section. I know there's timers there, but I think it's all the way to the station, not just a couple of in between.
This is a Queens-bound A express train. The next stop is Broadway Junction.
Stand clear of the closing
Sure, maybe
doors,
next
please.
stream I'll do the R211. What route would you like? Yes, I do. I'll run it on the end. Do you want me to do it right after this? I mean, I got time.
Ladies and gentlemen, please plan ahead. Construction work takes place on weekends and during midday and overnight hours. For service changes, visit nta.info, call 718-330-1234, or look for posters in stations.
Will do.
Transfer is available to the C, J, L, and Z train. Connection is available to the Long Island Railroad. This is a Queens-bound A express train. The next stop is Euclid Avenue.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
thing, these timers should have a... this one does. Some of these timers have the slow symbol on it, the white symbol on below the red. Some of them don't. Like this one does too. See, like this one doesn't have the lunar symbol indicating that's a timer. It's like mostly the home signals. That's the outside scenery loading.
This is a Queens-bound A express train. The next stop is Grant Avenue.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
The R160C object? Confused. What's an R160C object decor? Oh, I see what you mean. You're talking back on a static train that's there?
This is Grant Avenue.
Yes, there is. Well, there is the old routes that came has an A to the left, which in fact that was the first one. The latest ones that were released only go to Far Rockaway and Rockaway Park.
Doors, please.
I'm not sure about. I'm not sure about the latest version. I think the latest version only goes to Rockaway Park and Far Rockaway. This was a merge that I did from the previous Far Rockaway version to have one to Lefferts. But I'm not sure if there's an official release one to that.
Queens-bound A express train. The next stop is 88th Street.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
That's all the scenery loading up ahead.
The next stop
That's
is
stuttering.
Rockaway Boulevard.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
Boulevard. You must transfer from this train to a Lefferts Boulevard bound A train. This is a Rockaway bound A train. The last transfer point for a Lefferts Boulevard bound A train is Rockaway Boulevard.
This is Rockaway Boulevard.
I think you'll see some R46s along the causeway.
This is a Far Rockaway bound A train. The next stop is Aqueduct.
Now this is one signal I don't understand because you're going straight.
Stand clear of
so
the closing
to me
doors,
that should be
please.
a green over green, but instead it's signaling that I'm diverging. It treats the Lefferts Boulevard route as the main route, which is really the diverging route. Doesn't make sense to me. But that's the way it is in real life too. This really isn't that sharp of a switch. you ever take a look, Fanrail has a few videos of the A train from the railfan window on R32s that are really good. That run all the way from 207 to Far Rockaway. And for my second horn,
this is an aqueduct.
Wow, that train wouldn't stop. That train would not stop.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are being held momentarily by the train's dispatcher.
That's
Thank
my
you
second
for
one.
your patience.
Okay, I think we'll just skip this station. Ladies and gentlemen, due to mechanical difficulties, we'll bypass this station, passengers for Aqueduct, transfer at JFK Howard Beach for the return trip back to Aqueduct. We're sorry for this inconvenience. Do you ever see that video somebody did? It sounds like Fanrail, but I'm not sure if it was him. I think he posted it. Or reposted it.
This is Howard Beach, JFK Airport.
He posted or reposted it. It basically was
This is a Far Rockaway bound A
conductor
train.
announcements,
The next stop is
but it was like,
Broad Channel.
we don't care about your inconvenience.
Stand
And
clear
also,
of the closing doors, please.
it's all your fault we're late. Or some stuff. It's funny. What do you mean, what audio do I have? Oh. On this one, nothing. I could add something. Like I could add, watch the closing doors, or the thing is with the one with the minus sign, that's a loop sound. So whatever plays will play over and over again. What I could do is move the
Ladies and gentlemen, we are being held momentarily by
to the minus sound,
dispatcher. Thank
extend
you
it
for your
for like
patience.
30 seconds, and then, or like a minute or so maybe. And then, like if I'm at a station where I'm being held for 6 minutes or something like that, I can just play it and it will automatically play every minute or so. That's one option. Wow, I was at 25, that should have switched. I think the only one that really uses that now, there's 2 trains that I've seen that use that. I believe Fanrail's R179 Alstrom uses it for the HVAC sound. I don't think the Siemens one has that. And the R46 uses it for music. Thanks. Oh, I never tried it. Yeah, like the 6 route, they've done that really well. Like at 110th Street, you stop that thing and the express just goes roaring by you. I think they're the first one to do that, and I think I've seen it on the 4 train too. But the 6 train was the original one that did that. Most of the other ones just have the trains come in the opposite direction that goes at the speed that you're traveling. So if you stop, it stops.
This is Broad Channel.
They usually time it pretty good though, where if you come into a station, that where you stop, that train is stopped in the station also.
Stop is Beach 67th Street.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
I think there's an R46 coming now. I see it up down there. This one here, I'll do it here. This is the original. This is the normal way of doing it that most routes do. See, he's approaching, but like if I stop, he'll stop. And then, if I go, he goes. But the way the 6 route was done, that's pretty unique. For OpenBVE, that is. How you doing? Again, here you have a signal that indicates divergence, but you're not really diverting. The divergence is actually to Rockaway Park. I've seen it a couple other places on the subway system, but it's more common out in this area. Is that an option on the, what version of OpenBVE is that? I don't think that's an option on the one that I have. It's, I have version 1.43. I can't use the 1.5 versions because it doesn't recognize my joystick throttle. So I would have to use the keyboard, which causes all other sorts of problems.
This is Beach 67th Street. This is a Far Rockaway bound A train. The next stop is...
Let's see if it works. I never really tried F8. See if F8 were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, F8 doesn't work on 1.43. That'd be cool if it did. I wish I could use 1.5. There's some lot of features in there that I like, but like I say, it doesn't recognize my joystick throttle for some reason, and the developer doesn't seem to. If you like, I can end the stream here and go right to the the en route stream that you asked to see. If you don't want me, it's up to you. Whatever you want to do.
This is Beach 60th Street. This is a Far Rockaway bound A train. The next stop is Beach 44th Street.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
Well, yeah, it becomes a video, but I usually keep it unlisted for a while until I decide it's okay to think. But being that I'm missing a couple cars back there, I'm not sure I'm going to make this a video. The next one I will, the N train.
Beach 44th Street. This is a far Rockaway.
Okay, I'll terminate here and I'll come back. I'll start the
Stand clear of the
end stream with the R211. Yes, I am. There we go. Okay. Okay. Into Coney Island. And we'll do it with the R211. And that'll be a 10-car train. Do you want to do it with the open gangway or the closed gangway? I have both. Mainly because the original order will only have 20 open gangway cars. It's used as a prototype to decide whether to get more during the option. I'll do the open gangway ones. That's pretty neat. I gotta tweak that a little bit, make it look more like the ones that were in the mock-up. This is like a couple of things gotta change that, but it looks pretty good. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna break the stream. I mean, I think the text will still be on, but I'm gonna break the stream so I have two different videos.
This is a Manhattan-bound N train.
The next stop is Astoria Boulevard.
Sorry, I had the mute button on. Do you know how to break it so you have a new video? Because I broke the connection to OBS, which I thought would do it. Is there a way to... Is there another way to do it? You can get it at bvestation.com. That's the old version. There's a newer version. If you Google it, I think it's like OpenBVE.net or .com or something. And there's a newer version for that. I have to use the older version because the new version doesn't recognize my joystick throttle, which is 1.43. The new versions are 1.521 or something like that. Alright, let me try and break the stream again and see if it breaks the video. Actually, the paint scheme, which I'll show you, was made from the photographs of the R211 mock-up that was displayed at 34th Street. You have the yellow stripe, the black stripe that goes all the way around the roof, and the blue goes on, but you don't have the solid blue that goes all the way across the train. I mean, that may end up being what it is when it comes out in production, but that's what the mock-up was set up as to be. And right now, that's the only information we have to go on as far as the R211. Other than that Kawasaki got the contract. Okay, stream back. Okay, stream's back. I hope that breaks the stream so it separates the video. But if it doesn't, I think I might be able to edit it and correct it. Okay. Let's get going.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
As you see, I changed the sound to Siemens, being that Kawasaki got the contract, and Kawasaki normally uses Siemens propulsion. Now, I got a feeling when the real one comes out, it will probably be Siemens propulsion, but will be a different version of it. Yeah, the external views lag a little bit. It takes up a little more frames to my system.
This is a Manhattan-bound N train.
The next stop is 30th Avenue.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
How is it now? Oops, there goes my joystick again. lag issues. It's only when I do the external views. I don't know if it's OpenBVE that doesn't like or it's just the detail of the external view.
This is 30th Avenue.
I gotta concentrate a little bit more coming into those stations.
This is a Manhattan-bound N train.
The next stop is
We'll just pretend to make the
Broadway.
station.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
Alright, let's take a look here. Let me know if this lags. Okay, then it's just the external, I think it's a problem with,
Broadway.
yeah, it's not the network. I think it's a problem in 1.43 when it does its transitions, God, I don't think I fixed the brakes on this.
This is a Manhattan-bound N train.
The next
I'm
stop
at
is
B5 and it wasn't even
36th
slowing down.
Avenue.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
Oh yeah, I didn't fix the brakes on this, I can tell right now. Can you give me just a couple of minutes? I'm going to redo the stream. I want to fix something on the train. Only take a couple of minutes. Okay. Okay. Actually, it is set. That's interesting. That was set. Okay, let's go back. We'll do this real quick. Get back up to speed. It's loading now.
This is a Manhattan-bound N train.
The next stop is Astoria Boulevard.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
Yep, it was muted again. Sorry.
This is a Manhattan-bound N train. The next stop is 30th Avenue.
Justin, are you saying you're seeing any lag? Is anybody else seeing lag on the
doors, please.
stream now? How's the stream? Any lag or stutters?
This is 30th Avenue. This is a Manhattan-bound.
For some reason, braking
train.
is
The
more
next stop
slippery
is
on this
Broadway.
line than all the others, with the same braking parameters.
Stand clear of the closing doors,
So
please.
I'm not sure why. It might be the gradient of the track. Probably get better once we get in the tunnels. Just have to be a little more careful.
This is Broadway. This is a Manhattan-bound N train. The next stop is 36th Avenue.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
Okay.
This is 36th Avenue.
This is a Manhattan-bound N train.
The next stop is 39th Avenue.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
That skipping was scenery loading, probably
39th
Boulevard.
Avenue.
This is a Manhattan-bound N train.
The next stop is Queensboro Plaza.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
Yeah, some with I usually come in 35 miles per hour and then go B3, and that usually brings me around 20 miles per hour around center track. Then I drop down to B1, which usually gets me to 10 miles per hour by the 8-car marker, and then I regulate to stop there. But for some reason on this track, it's a lot more slippery on this route. It's probably the gradient. I think things will get better once I get into the tunnels. Yes, I made propulsion sounds for the R179. They're not perfect. There's some repeating things if the
This is Queensboro Plaza. Transfer is available to the 7 train.
if it comes in too slow, the sound may repeat itself after a while. That's mainly because the only sound I can get is from the train coming and entering the station, which is a short version. To do it properly, you really need to get it from in between the cars as the train's going. But of course, the R160s and the R179s, you can't do that. Even if I was in New York to do it.
This is a Manhattan-bound N train.
The next stop is Lexington Avenue, 59th Street.
I think Fanrail was able to do that on his, because I think he knows some people in the MTA that allowed him to go in between cars to get those sounds. There might be something I can do to like manipulate the sound, like add it, like just cut a small pieces of it and just repeat that section that has the same pitch. that might help. You have his R179 sounds? How did you get them? Did he give them to you? Thanks, Justin. Thanks for the sub. There's actually very few visual differences between the R160 and R179. The most notable is the one in the front. The top rim is metal, silver, whereas in the R160 it's black. But visually, there's not really too much difference. Same thing with the R143 and the R160. The only way you really tell an R160 and an R143 is basically the flags below the logo on the R143. Even the R211, if you look at the prototype photo artist renderings, they're very similar to the existing NTT trains, except for the front facade, of course. I mean, the front of the train, and in the case of the open gangways. But the side of the trains have the same type of windows, same type of doors. The shape is basically the same. The only real differences are some of the electronics is different. Like you have the LED light strips on the doors. More descriptive find system and so forth, but the layouts themselves are pretty much the same.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
So you have two-car what?
Avenue, 59th Street.
Well, in the case of the NTTs, they don't come in two-car. I mean, in OpenBVE, you can do anything, but it wouldn't be prototypical. they only come in 4-car sets and 5-car sets. So I could release them in 4-car, 5-car, 8-car, and 10-car. But 2 cars wouldn't be prototypical. I could do one that way if you want. Have have an A and a C car.
Doors, please.
Well, an A and A, I should say. In OpenBVE, it's a C car because of the way it works. Because it has to be different. That's pretty easy to do if you want to do like with an R160 that you have. Just change the extensions, make it 2-car, use the first and last car only, and then change in the train.dat file, change the number of motor cars to 2, and that should give you a 2-car R160 train. OpenBVE runs on Windows systems, and there's also a Apple version. The Apple version, though, well, the new version might have fixed this. I don't know if it did or not. But the Apple version doesn't handle animations, or at least some animations, from what I understand. The only one that handles all the animations, like for the route,
This is 57th Street, 7th Avenue.
the routes and so forth, is the Windows version, and I think Linux also does that, but not the Mac version. Anybody correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that's correct.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
Originally, it couldn't, but I think I don't have it. But from what I read about it and what I've seen on videos, the original HMM sim couldn't animate, but I think I've seen some that could now. At least some things. I think the doors might be able to animate, but I'm not sure if you can do animated route signs or things like that on that. I think basically because the interface is not really set up for that.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
42nd Street. Transfer is available to the 1237A, C, E, Q, and R trains. Transfer is available to the shuttle to Grand Central. Connection is available to Port Authority Bus Terminal.
You can get released R160 trains from bvestation.com and OpenBVEconnect.com.
The closing doors, please.
Has two. I usually use the ones from OpenBVEconnect.com. They seem to have better. They have both the R160s and the R143s. You get that in the legacy download section. Oops, doors didn't close. R150, I'm not aware of an R150. There's some fictional R152 and R153 trains, but I've never heard of an R150. That's a weird place for a signal.
Transfer is available to the V, D, F, M, Q, and R trains.
Connection is available to half.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
The one thing I wish they did with this route is send it down the tunnel down by Whitehall, because then we'd be able to get the W route. I think there is a W route, southbound W route out there, but it's not officially released. Yeah, braking's much better in the tunnel.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
Must have been some pretty steep gradients on that Astoria section. The elevated Astoria section. perfect stop.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
I don't believe the Q route was released to public sites. It's on the some of the groups in Facebook, OBND and I think UTMS group. Are you a member of OpenBVE News Development on Facebook?
Transfer is available to the 4, 5, 6L, Q, and R trains.
Yeah, you have to join it.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
I think you might be able to find some of the links on look at Fanrailer's videos. If he did a review of one, because a lot of times he puts links on them, and those would be official. If they were allowed to get out at all, it would come from him most likely. Have you tried joining up to OBND or UTMS?
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
And they didn't approve you? instruction to tell it how many, a ratio between how many passengers you expect to board and disembark at a station, and the time you should be in the station. And there's a ratio if it reaches a certain threshold, it holds the doors open. Which, you mean the sound of close the doors? No, that's not my voice. This is my voice right now. I have made,
Transfer is available to the 6J, Q, R, and Z trains.
I'll do some external views over the bridge.
This is a Brooklyn-bound N Express train. The next stop is
Atlantic Avenue, Barclays Center.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
Yeah, we go with the doors not opening again. Closing again. I gotta fix the tunnel brightness in this, lighten it in this route. I have it for the old end, so it should be able to just move right over into it. May have to add a little bit when it gets to 59th Street to see a little lag here because of the external view. That's one thing on Fanrail is physics. For some reason on the NTTs, they don't gain too much speed on the Manhattan Bridge here. You only get up to like 21, 22 miles per hour. Like the R46s and 68s gets up to 28, sometimes 30 miles per hour. So I'm not sure which one's more prototypical. Here's where I always screw up. Some of the routes have the forced stop here and some of them don't. I think this one doesn't, but I'm... Basically it did. They should put cruise control on the new R211, so you can just set a speed. That was close. Yeah, if you have Train Sim 2018 with the Acela Express, and some of the European trains have them too. There's a cruise control setting on it. Basically, you just tell the train how fast to go, and it goes. So, like, when you're going 25 miles per hour, that's what it's set for. That's what it goes. don't have to worry about braking or anything else. It handles it all automatically. And then when you have a speed change, you just lower the number down and it'll automatically brake to that level. And of course you have the automated trains like BART. They basically do the same thing. Well above the 50-mile-per-hour speed limit. Below the 50-mile-per-hour speed limit there. Should have cleared.
Avenue, Barclays Center.
Transfer is available to the 2, 3, 4, 5, B, D, Q, and R trains. Connection is available to the Long Island Railroad. This is a Coney Island-bound N train. The next stop is 36th Street.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
Yeah, I think that's the way OpenBVE, the lights that they have set up go. Those are what they call one-shot lights that go right from red to green. Some of them go red to orange. Personally, I think they all should go red to orange. But then you have two-shot ones where you come up on a red one and the next one's red, becomes yellow, and then the next one becomes, when you come up to it, becomes green, then the next one becomes yellow, and so forth. Those are called two-shot timers. They're very rarely used in OpenBVE, although some routes do use them. But OpenBVE doesn't handle that correctly either. Basically, all the two-shot ones in OpenBVE does is as you come up to the red signal, it will switch to yellow and then green, but it won't do anything to the signal up ahead. Normally on a two-shot, it will, when it turns the one signal green, the next signal will turn yellow. One thing when they made this Coney Island N train route, it runs express along Sea Beach. The one that went to 86th Street, the original one that they released, was a local. we just gotta get to 59th Street, which after this, which is the stop after this, and then it goes down the Sea Beach line to Coney Island Express. So probably another 15 minutes after we get to 59th Street. Sure. You mean the animated route signs and stuff?
This is 36th Street. Transfer is available to the D and R trains.
No problem.
This is a Coney Island bound N train. The next stop is 59th Street.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
I gotta see if I can fix the brake needles on this brake gauge. It should, for some reason, it only works when the doors are open. I think it's the type of brake that's set up in the train.dat file. I gotta look. But I know I fixed it once before. I replaced it with fan rails physics, and I gotta remember what I did to fix it the last time. No, I don't have the flip seat train set up. That's one of the things I want to do on the interior one that work that I'm going to be doing on this. Is add that. I heard people complaining about those flip seats because of the way they're designed. You can pull them down, but then you can't put them back up again, so if somebody pulls them down, they stay down. So it sort of like defeats the purpose. You need a key to push them back up, which only the conductor and the engineers, the operators have. Is that correct? Because I've seen that in a few videos.
This is a Coney Island bound N train. The next stop is 8th Avenue.
Okay, from here I believe the train will go express. So it shouldn't take long to get to Coney Island from here. Correct. I think that's why it was done when they released this route, because the original en route that was released was a local. Somehow I think they've taken a step backwards with these NTT trains with the propulsion sounds. The old SME trains were a lot quieter. This is almost going back to the way it was with the R9s. Although the R9s has a sweet sound to it. I used to ride them all the time to school back in the 70s. Yes, it's the R211. I don't know. That was part of the route. There's a setting that tells which side of the route it is, and if you can set it that it doesn't stop at all. I mean that you're not supposed to open the doors or something, which I don't believe is true there. But for some reason it was set that way. It's all defined in the .sta instruction in the route. I believe if you make the door instruction a -1, it will open the left-hand doors, or just +1, it'll open the right-hand doors. If you say 0, then you get that. I think for some reason that's set for 0, I'm not sure why. Yeah, I think there should be speed limits there, but for some reason they don't have them set on this. I do agree 50 is a little fast on those curves. I think I'll slow it down. Now there's a quick switch up here somewhere, which I missed the last time I ran this route. I think it's coming up. It like sort of sneaks up with you right underneath that tunnel. I think this route is still a work in progress, so I'm sure it'll improve over time. Stopped yet, so there won't be an announcement until it reaches the station. Like on the previous route that I ran, the A route, in the route itself there's some like public service announcements that like during an express run would play, like don't stand in between the doors or something like that. Here's Coney Island coming up. But this route doesn't have those public service announcements. At least yet. You can always add them. Yes. Sea Beach, and we're coming up to Coney Island now in about 5 minutes. Maybe a little shorter time. Yeah, I think the Diamond Inn, if it runs, it probably runs express in Astoria. That's what makes it a Diamond, and it runs during the rush hour that way. Okay, no problem. This route's going to look great once they finish it completely. I I don't know who was the designer of this Coney Island station, but they did a really nice job.
This is Coney Island, Stillwell Avenue. Transfers available to the D, F, and Q trains.
You guys still want to see the animated signs, or I know Ben wanted to see it, but he just said he had to go.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
Okay, we'll do the routes. We'll do the route bullet first. Alright, guys. There we go. I gotta fix that. Okay. Now, obviously this is a prototype, so there's no real sign, so I improvise, you know, what it would be based on the format that the prototype used for the Far Rockaway. I got a feeling in real life it's going to be a multiple like the side signs. I think it's going to be multiple billboards. We'll say like Chambers Street, 6th Avenue Express, and things like that. But until we see what it's actually going to look like. That's what I got so far. Same thing with the side signs. I think there's going to be different variations, toggling back and forth, like the 160 and 179 has. Okay. Basically, I formatted these signs with the route bullet, the route that he used, and the destination. The light strips that I have set up, I have green when the doors are open. What I really would like to do, but I can't figure out how, if it's possible, is to have the light strips blink green coming into the station, like on the video in the prototype. I think there's a way to do it, but you gotta put something on each station itself to toggle it. And then stay green while thinking, indicate for the closing doors. So like, but I have it set up right now where if the doors are open, they're green, they'll turn red as the doors are closing, and then turn off. afterwards. But the problem is, in order to do this, I think the only way I can do it is with a route itself. You have to put an object on the route that will, an animated object on the route that will toggle the thing on the train, and that would be a little difficult to do. I don't know if it's possible in OpenBVE. I'll do some research on it. So that would make it just like the way it was in the prototype video at the 34th Street station. So that's about it. Anybody has any questions? Oh yeah, somebody mentioned that to me once before, that I missed the L thing. It's actually there. I didn't fix the animated file. I gotta fix that. Thanks for reminding me. Okay, that's it. Everybody have a nice day. Is there? I don't think prototypically there's an orange MLED right now. There's only brown. Isn't that that correct? If not, I'll add it. T will probably come when the 2nd Avenue subway line is fully built down to Hanover Square. My guess is that's going to be an awful long time. Is there actually an orange LED now? Because I believe there's only brown, if I'm not mistaken.